Problems as to be null and void, and the old problems were those little spare loose ends of people that used to harbor those people, and they didn't care. They were going to stick up for life, and they put those Jews in their closets and down into their basements and crawl spaces and dug holes and bridges for them underground for them to crawl through to get out. Okay? We fit those people. Okay? So if they're going to be pulling the same crap off again, where they're going to be killing a lot of people, they know that we're the kind of people that are going to do what? Just like the old people. Right, yeah.
Right. And look at the price that they ended up paying. You talk about Nazis and stuff. If you really think about it, it destroyed the country of Germany. They've never gotten back what they had before that. If you look at Germany before World War II, there was a lot of poor people who didn't have any money and everything like that, but they still had their own thing. They still had their culture. World War II destroyed Germany. It destroyed all of Europe. It blew up all the buildings. I mean, all it did was bring destruction. And it destroyed their name across the world. Every time you think of German, anytime you say German, the first thing you think is Nazi. It destroyed their reputation around the world forever. And look what's going to happen in America. They're going to end up destroying this country and destroying their reputation and name across the world. They destroyed over the years. They destroyed our reputation around the world, and they're continuing to do it. And they're destroying people. That's all it's built on is destruction. That's all it is.
But it's nothing under the sun. It's for the same reason. Are you getting this? It's the same lie and the same reason. Why did the Germans do it? Think back. It's history again. Why did the Germans do it? They did it in the name of having the perfect race. They're doing it again. They want a perfect race, and they don't care how many they kill, how much they destroy. They want that perfect race. They want transhumanism. They got medication and pills that'll make people last forever. They can replace everything in the human body as long as they got the brain and the spine.
Yeah, and then if you go and look at the footage of Berlin at the end of it all, when they were beating the Nazis all the way back to the Soviet Union, all you had was little children, old people walking the streets looking confused. They didn't help anybody. They left a bunch of old people and children and blown up houses to sit there and perish. Where was all of that? Where was all that at that then? Where was all their powers and all their advice and all the stuff? Everything they had, all their scientists and stuff, where was it at the end? At the end, it was a bunch of old people and children walking around looking confused, and that's exactly what's happening here.
Well, this country, What? I'm sorry.
Why is this country letting another country come over here, with all its power to destroy our country and our people?
And because the UN is now the New World Order. And the UN is going to be in charge of the New World Order. If we are no longer a country, okay? I don't know if you remember, but President Bush, before we even had Obama, signed us over to the New American Alliance without any resistance from America. We didn't even know about it. These things were happening. I used to announce to everybody because nobody knew their history. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew current events. I've always been a history and current events buff. As soon as I was able to hit the ground, I started. And I kept telling people, don't you see what's happening? They're setting up the world in coordinates, okay? We're going under corporations, okay? They're trying to destroy the dollar already. Where is this money going? I kept yelling at everybody. I was a bother. I was talking to people every 15 minutes. Hey, you see what's going on in this country? And people used to come in and talk to me. I don't even think they like the haircuts as much as they did the conversation.
So that's why you were targeted too, because you were spreading information.
Yeah, big time. But it's the same thing over again. If you know your history, only it's on steroids because they have technology that they're unleashing. And they do believe, they've got cloning stations, they've got all this experiments going on. You have no idea. Well, it talks about the end times, and it talks about Noah's day.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty. And the cowardness. The cowardness is shocking. Like if you look at the Vietnam War, that was about guys being drafted and people being hurt over in the jungles in Asia, and people were standing up and protesting and doing all this stuff. Even politicians were against it, and teachers were against it, protesting against. But now people are being stalked here and drugged here, and electronic weapons used on them here, and the cowardness is so high. People are afraid to even say anything about it. That's exactly what's going on.
I think the man, Edwin Snowden, I think he kind of like told like most of the stuff that's happening, like that's about to happen and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But God said, He said in the Bible, He said, you lukewarm Christians, I spew you out of my mouth like I never knew you.
yeah,
Okay, that's why. God didn't raise us up to be doormats. He raised us up to be. He said no fear. How many times did He say fear not? He told them, do not fear. Did they fear? They didn't fear, and many people are going to be under their complete control because they are the way they are now. It's really, that's why we have to pray for them.
yeah. And when Edward Snowden said that about gang stalking, he said, I think.
Oh, he spoke about gang stalking?
Yeah, but I think he was in Russia when he said it. He moved to Russia. Yeah, he was saying it from Russia, probably.
I want to know what this all about, though. Like, I really want to know. What?
You said.
I really want to know what this is all about. Like, why did they choose us?
Look at the statistics. The statistics show that 70% are women. Okay? 70% are women alone who are either divorced. The majority of them are very educated. They are above average IQ. They're in the top percentile as far as IQ is. They are top educated. They are people who think outside the box, who are into the arts, whether it be, that arts goes a long way with that. They have little family around them or living close to them or deceased or whatever, so they are susceptible. They're people that...
Honestly, it's like I'm not that educated, but I'm very intelligent. I'm very intelligent, but I'm not like, I'm so educated. No.
Have you ever had an IQ test?
No.
See, yeah. See, you don't really go to you. You may not think that you're that smart, or you may not think that, but when you start getting put to the test, when you start revving that engine and you get put in situations, how smart are you? See, that proves everything. Education doesn't necessarily always mean everything. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, throw people around a little bit and let's see how smart they are. And I think they look to do that myself. They say that your descent of your bloodlines, your descent has a little bit to do with it. I think statistics show a lot in themselves. I think different areas of the country, and I think that a lot of it was random too. I think that some of them were picked in some areas and some others. But you notice that none of the TIs are real close to each other, so they very strategically pick them out as of location as well, if you ask me.
Wow, that is so true.
That is real true.
But I can tell that in my area there are some people
must be tipped. You must have been tipped, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. They know exactly where I'm at all the time. The moon is always over me.
You said the moon is always over you?
No, I'm just mentioning that. Like, the moon is always over. Like, it's always, like, it's like it's following.
Mm-hmm.
It's always over.
Right. Well, that's some spiritual stuff right there. That's a
spiritual.
Yeah, that's a synchronicity. It's telling you something.
Yeah. And then the thing is, one night, I kept praying. I was like, God, please show me what is going on. Like, what is happening to me? Like, who is doing this to me? When I went to sleep, it said NASA Space Center, NASA Space Technology. It said it twice in my dream. And then I seen the guy. He was chasing me, and he was trying to take pictures of my brain and of my ribs. And he was, and he held me down just trying to take pictures. Then he went to my mom's medical records, trying to look into her medical records. I mean, it was telling me something. I don't know exactly what the dream meant. And then once my family captured him, he said that he was an alien. He was from Germany. He was an alien.
It's your DNA. That's
what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Huh?
It's your DNA.
Like your history, there's something about your DNA. Like you could be part of the bloodline.
Mm-hmm. Bloodline. Yeah. I want to lost tribe.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. I've been spiritual since a kid. Like, I've been very spiritual. And then I didn't even tell y'all about a couple of years ago, I started having these dreams where the devil was chasing me every night, telling me that he wanted my flesh. But for some reason, I will always get away and fly up in the sky like I was an angel, just fly. And then, like, even when the devil wasn't chasing me, like, the devil chased me for, like, 2 years straight, just, like, chasing me every night, telling me he wanted my flesh. But I would get away, I would fly, like, fly up in the sky and get away. And then, like, somebody would be trying to, like, kill me, and I would always, like, fly up in the sky. I was always being chased, but I would fly up in the sky.
You're protected.
We are all protected, very much so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very protected.
And then around that time, like when I was having those strange dreams, I started dreaming that I was in space. I kept having dreams that I was in space. Like I would see myself floating in space, like just the darkness in space. And I kept telling my family, why am I keep dreaming that I'm in space?
Yeah, you probably are in some sort of ET abduction program that the corporations are doing on you, and you just don't know about it. It used to be the aliens were abducting people. Now they got Nike and Reebok and all these corporations backtracking alien technology, abducting people.
Where do you live? What city?
I'm in Miami. I'm in Miami. But the thing is, like my father, he's very spiritual. My mother, my aunt, my whole family, like they're pretty spiritual.
Has any of them been gang stalked, or were any of them PIs of anyone?
No.
That they know of.
Yeah,
That you know of. Mm-hmm.
I honestly, I think they can be hyper vigilant. A lot of stuff that's been done to me, most people wouldn't notice because it's so subtle. Like, well, the first, like, I knew that they broke into my house and kept it because they left an acorn and an orange from a wreath that was on a workbench in the basement on the seat that I was sitting on when they pulled in my driveway to threaten me. And then, like 2 weeks later, another acorn and orange were by my front door. And this is a wreath that's packed away. It's like a holiday wreath. But the average person wouldn't notice that. They would just think, oh, well, how did that get there? Or, oh, you know what? There's been a lot of taxes lately. Or, you know what? That's a coincidence that everywhere I go, people tend to be having the same situation as me. Like most people wouldn't be hypervigilant like that, but it's not. It's actually like a higher consciousness thing.
Yeah.
Notice things like that, and you start to open your eyes more. So it's not. I mean, your family
open-minded. You know, they don't think about stuff like that. They just like go to work and, you know, just think about their husband, their life and stuff like that. They don't even think about stuff. If you mention stuff like that to them, they don't even want to hear it. My mom, like, she don't want to hear it. My sisters, nobody want to hear about that. They think it's weird talk.
Because they're being suppressed.
Are you guys ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this. 6.5 years ago, I used to work, I was working my work all those years of my life literally were always getting up to like my whole life, like 70 hours a week. So I was working like 70 hours a week again. You know, I would get most of my life I was super busy, high speed, okay? Sudden, I get guilty bad. Okay? I get guilty bad. I'm at my back, and I'm giving up. Okay? And I don't know how I made it through because the pain was so excruciating. I could barely get to the bathroom and back to the couch. I almost died there. Okay, and I spent years like that. I had to have surgeries, and I still probably need more, but I can't. But let's put it this way, okay? My whole life changed in an instant, okay? Now, of course I wasn't ready for this. My daughter ends up, like, couldn't handle it and, like, walks out the door, leaves with her boyfriend. Like, I'm gone. I can't handle it, you know? Okay, fine. Handle that, you know, okay, but I kept asking praying to God, and I started reading I started to walk a little bit, and I was going through hell. I don't even want to go into all that other aspect of it. Let me tell you what happens in the interim of this. I took up to go to the bathroom. I'm at my friend's house. And I get up to go to the bathroom. Thrown into a vision. I literally got thrown into a vision. And before this happened, I how am I going to do this? You know, it seems impossible. And I asked the Lord, when is this going to end for me? I can't live in this much pain. Please just let me know when this is going to end for me. I have to know. And I was also reading the Old Testament over and over because I was trying to comprehend it. And the Lord, I mean, you just keep wiping out generation after generation. I mean, I don't understand, you know, and what's coming of us, you know? And so after I forget about what I prayed about, I go on. I get up. I go to the bathroom, and I get thrown into a vision. And what happened in this vision was I'm standing, and I look to my upper left, and I'm looking at this giant, like planet, very giant ball planet right next to the Earth, and everything is dark. Everything else is dark. And so I'm standing there, and I'm like, I feel like I'm having a heart attack. And I'm asking the person next to me, the woman next to me, which is all that I see. And I'm going, what is that? Is it the sun? Has it gone dull? Is it the moon? The moon's turned red? What is that? What's happening? I don't understand. You know, and I just kept going on, what is it? What is it? You know, and she's like, you know, I was hysterical. And she, like, nudges me to look forward. And I look forward, okay, and I see all these people in violence, in trauma, violence, total chaos in the dark, like, mostly young people. And I look forward and I see this, and then all of a sudden I realize time has stopped. Time is no more. It's stopped. It's dead. And I'm like, oh, I know this is judgment, and they don't realize. You see? And so that I understood. That I got. Okay? Then I feel my feet, and I look down, and I see me and the other woman with our feet coming off the earth. And I'm saying, oh, well, we're not on the earth, you know? And I'm out of this vision. I am so disturbed by this because I was fully awake. And I don't understand. I knew it was God. I knew it was God. I just knew that. And I'm pacing up and down the block. I start walking up the block. And I can't even walk. And I'm walking walking up the block, like hobbling up the block. If you with that. Walking up the block, and I so beyond disturbed. The neighbor comes out, she's an atheist, and I tell her what just happened. And she's, Sonny, you got that in your back pocket. Oh, you know. The doctor gave me, and I'm like, you didn't give me hallucinogenics, you know. In a couple of months, whatever.
Right.
I do it to... And it bothered me for a while, but I let it go. Later on the internet, and I planned it out. And I'm like, this, you know, this exists. You know? I started doing a study ever since then about all kinds of, you know, time and where we're at and everything. So I mentioned that on the internet, so that may have caused me some problems. You know, that could have been a big problem.
Yeah. Don't you? Okay, so like you talking about DNA? I through my studies, I've seen that humans. I believe this, and a lot of people may. Not everybody in the conference may accept it, you know, as truth or whatever. But from what I've been looking at, humans have extraterrestrial DNA with them. And even if you're a Christian, you can go back to Genesis, which actually stands for Genesis. You know, the genes, the creation coming from the Garden Eden, and it talks about the sons of God coming down to earth and having children by the daughters of man. When you talk about God creating man, it says in the beginning the Elohim, said let us create man in our image. Our meaning plural, like multiple people. That's my if you go back to the Hebrew translation, that's what it actually means. It looks like, from my perspective, that humans have a lot of power and ability within them, and we're just now learning to use that, or it's just because we're all connected around the planet now through the internet, we're beginning to look at it in more of a realistic type of way. And they say we only use 10% of our brain, but that's changing. You know, I think we're using 100% or the other 90% to make ourselves only think we're using 10%, and we have way more ability than what we're showing. You know, and so I think we're proof of that. And I think that's part of it, is they're trying to hold our development back and our progress back. You know, it's about holding us back from our achievements. Am I alone on that one?
No.
Everybody got quiet. Like, damn, am I alone on that one? Like, come on, somebody.
I was just thinking. I think it's actually gonna be a battle against God, people, and the beast. That's what I'm thinking. And we are the soldiers. We are the fighters. I believe something like that.
Yeah. Hey. Do we got room for another person?
Yeah.
There's a woman named Lynn. She lives in Hawaii, and she's been going through gang stalking for a long time, and her gang stalking is really bad. Like, I guess she got beat up and raped by a bunch of people, and her son was gang stalking her. And as women, you would probably feel where she's coming from more than me, you know. And like, she has a hell of a story. All right, okay, I'm gonna put her through 1 second.
I'm kind of drained right now. I could have put my mute on because I was snacking. I don't. Hello.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Lynn.
I am. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I am.
Lynn.
Yeah, I am like that.
Hey, Lynn, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Hey, everybody, this is Lynn. She's from Hawaii, and she's being gang stalked.
Hi, everyone. How are you? And everyone answers at once. You know, I don't know what you were all talking about, but I think it's good that Camille's making a group like this where we can pick up for each other and support each other, because that is how we beat them. We
get a little community, you start hanging out together, even if it's only a phone, it's support, and that's something that they try to include you. Yeah, they're trying to make you feel alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an easier target if you stand in there alone than with a group.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like they target me more because I don't see my family going and I live by myself, so it just makes it easier for them.
Oh, yeah.
I can't run to my family and tell them what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even if you do, they'll turn your family against you.
Yeah, they will.
Honestly. And most people ask me how it got started. You know, there's a drug out there, and that is, some people are just dirty enough that they would want to do it for free. But there are some people that there is a drug. It is odorless, tasteless. You flip it into water or drinks. You can even put it on food, and it does make people more submissive, or subliminal messages, things that you would say will stick in that person's brain, and they will automatically turn against the people they love the most and start sticking up for the dirtbags who are doing this to you. So it is out there. It's been out there for over 20 years. I don't really know what to say. I just, you know, they'll turn your family against you. They'll turn your best friends against you.
Yeah, that's been happening to me.
Psychiatrists. That's what happened to you?
Yes, the same thing, yeah. My family is turning against me. Most of them think like that I'm crazy or weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's something wrong.
Or you're being paranoid and delusional, right?
Yeah.
Then they try to get you to go to the therapist, and the therapist is
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, because my mom, like, she goes to the psychiatrist, and she keeps telling me this. Why don't you go to the psychiatrist? Oh, it'll be good for you. And I'm like, well, maybe they working, you know, trying to work through her, you know.
Yeah, but they're part of the problem. Most of this is just normal people, like neighborhood stalking is just normal people. They tell them that you're crazy or you're a threat to people. They poke at you till you lose your temper, and then you look like you're a threat to people. And so psychiatrists, though, they will try to put you on medication you don't need to be on, which will dull the senses. Your intuitive self will help you pick up on when these people are doing it, how they're doing it. You know, and a lot of them that I encountered on the East Coast has a lot to do with children and parties. I actually had a neighbor who's in on this group that attacks people, and she flat out bluntly said to me, if you don't let these people do what they want with your children, that you are automatically blacklisted. You lose your job, you lose your home, you lose your life. They turn everyone against you. If you tell anybody what you've been doing, then you basically die. I had a sibling
Wow.
what he was a part of, and he's now dead. It was about 6 months later that he died. Healthy guy, great shape, and he had a heart attack out of the blue.
Wow.
You'll see these.
That's the chemicals they use in those
And I don't know what it is.
chemtrails and
Yep.
So basically, they're telling you if they cannot do what they want with your children, then they're going to gang stalk you. But then, if you know about, but then if you agree to go along with it and you know about it, and then you talk about it, then you die.
Yeah. If you tell anybody what's going on in this group.
Oh my God.
At first, I thought it was a sex drug ring just on the East Coast. I gave a prophecy. It goes from New York to Florida. Turns out it's everywhere, and it isn't just people in that particular sector, but it is, you know, the higher ups that are doing this, and they're trying to get everybody against each other. But a lot of it has to do with control. You know, some people are religious; they believe this is Satan. One world government, one world food, one world banking system. I had a lady at the bank. $300 goes missing. She knows nothing about it. She gets fired when I bring it up, and then all of a sudden the money comes back into my account. But there's no deposit. There's no withdrawal. There's no sign of this money anywhere. It just shows up.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I've had a music teacher at my older son's high school calling him on a Sunday night at 11 o'clock, wouldn't tell me what it was about. I've had neighbors give my son, he was 7, and they were giving them Mike's Hard Lemonade. I report them to the police. Police did nothing about it. And as I was
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. My phone disconnected.
And turns out that the cop, I don't know what he did to irritate the group, but he got busted for child porn a year later. It's well known in Berks County. But that's what they do. They'll set you up and they'll take you down if you don't do what they tell you, or if you grow too quickly in the group, become too popular. There's all different ways, but it is about, it's like against real church where people actually protect the children. Because I stood up for what was right and I wouldn't let them near my kids, I got assaulted. I've had my car broken into. They have keys to the car, keys to the house. I moved halfway across the globe. They're still harassing me. They call themselves swingers, some of these people that will be gang stalking you. And if you're against them in any way, shape, or form, you know, and like I said, don't eat the food, don't drink the drink, you know. I've had it come in all types of forms, though. I go down Philadelphia, I go into an occult store. You know, you're buying gemstones or something. 20 people show up in the store after me. One of the guys working
At what
there.
time?
Yeah. Well, I've been there a few times. The store actually ended up closing. Harry's Occult Store. 75 years it was in business.
Damn.